Hello, comic book junkies. It's the Frog Queen here, and I'm back for another what am I currently reading kind of video. Well, you might have noticed it's a little bit different setup. Welcome to my couch. I'm currently kind of rearranging my house again and my computer setup, and I've been gaming from my couch on my computer, so everything's a little bit different than it usually is. So I thought I would do a pajama kind of video. I've got my pajamas on. It's cold. Nova Scotia is very cold right now. And big sweaters and soft cozy PJs are kind of the way to go right now. Anyway, I thought I would talk a little bit about some of the comics I'm currently reading, which I try to do one of these videos once a month usually. Sometimes I end up doing them more frequently, but it just depends. So recently, I'll talk about what I've been getting from the library first, and then I'll talk about digital comics. So I actually got Devilman from the library, which I've always wanted to read. This one, I haven't read it previously, and of course, it's been turned into a Netflix series that's really become quite popular. This is the classic edition, so this has the original 1972 story. I believe that there is another more updated one. The Netflix original is based on, I think, the very first story arc of this, but I believe that there's an updated version which is the Crybaby story, I think. And then that has a little bit of extra stuff. I don't know, I haven't read it. I'll probably end up getting it shortly. I've just kind of read about it online a little bit. This was great. I really loved it. I really love old manga, pre-90s manga especially. Of course, there's tons of manga from the 90s I really like Escaflowne, of course, but I really like the style of this. I'll just give you a quick look, a quick peek. So he does play around with style. So you've got these very cartoony characters here, and then you get these very villainous, more detailed panels that are pretty rad whenever it's getting serious, So Devilman. I've also gotten finally around to reading Urasawa's 20th Century Boys. So I'm just on volume 2 now, which, is a mystery. I want to say it's probably going to be like a bit of a thriller, but it definitely isn't right now. It's just very much a mystery, but it's just a murder mystery kind of thing, right? So I like that kind of thing. If you've read Pluto and possibly Monster, of course, as other famous stories, then you're probably going to like this one. I've heard so much good about this series, but I hadn't had the opportunity to read it, and then recently found it at my local library, which was wicked, and they had all newer editions, like actually not falling apart, because I remember finding a couple volumes back in the day there, but not the full set, and they were, in horrible condition. In the mail, I also got Sew Buttons. These are a slice of life comic. There's different artists on each one, but Jonathan Bayliss is the writer, and he sent these to me in the mail. So on this one here, we've got Noah Van, I think it's called Siver. I'm not sure. I'm not so good with the names, Rachel Dukes, TJ Kirsch, Corinne Mucha, and Rick Parker. And some of those people I've been following on Instagram for a long time, so it was nice to see their artwork, them contributing. So it's just a collection of slice of life stories, in no particular order. Some from childhood, some not. Quite lovely. And here we've got art by TJ Kirsch again, Miguel Ichmendia. I don't know. I'm probably saying that wrong. And Noah again. James Romberger. We've got Fred Hembeck and Adam Welmsley, who I'm not familiar with. He's a colorist. And Summer Pierre. So we've got lots of people in there. It's pretty cool. Lots of different artwork. And of course they're, oh look, so cute. Of course they're kind of zine size, so they're much smaller than a standard modern comic. But very cool, indie. You know I love my indie books. Aside from that, I'm reading a lot of other things, but I'm reading them in digital format. So I'll try and I'll edit this video to include a little picture here of each one. So I just got the trade paperback for Shanghai Red, which I had read the first issues of. It's by Chris Sabella, and Hickson, I believe, is the artist. I wasn't sure where the story was going, so and I ended up kind of missing an issue, so I was like, okay, now I'll wait for trade because I've screwed it up and I've missed an issue. I'm still reading, of course, Middle West, and Black Badge. So fantastic, so great. So I do want to talk a bit more about those. I keep meaning to do a Black Badge video because I really enjoyed the series. And you know I'm a big Matt Kint fan, and yeah, and Tyler Jenkins, of course. Also reading Bone Parish, and just got a copy of the trade for that, as I'm not finished. I still have 2 issues left to read of that I didn't get to finish yet. I was still trying to give Bitterroot a chance. Bitterroot, of course, was the Image comic. Mike Mignola had actually done a cover for, but it was too many characters. I did a video on it. Too many characters introduced too quickly, and it, you know, kind of was marred for me, honestly. On Natural, I wrote the review. I haven't published it yet. I'm terrible. Of the new issues that just came out for On Natural, because that's probably my favorite series right now. I love it. I'm so happy it started back up. I'm so excited to see where it goes. I'd say Middle West and Unnatural are my favorite right now. What else am I reading? Ice Cream Man. I did get the second trade paperback and the most recent issue, which I think is number 9. So I'm a little bit behind in the Ice Cream Man, but again, I love it. It's fantastic. Can't go wrong, right? I also read Witchhammer, which came out from Aftershock Comics, which was an OGN, original graphic novel, for those of you who don't know what that means, from Colin Bunn. So that was good, and I have a review typed up that I keep being like, okay, Amy, come on, like, get this stuff out. But of course, you know, it's a new year, and, you know, life being what it is, things get in the way. As of late, for life updates, I'm actually on a wait list for surgery, so I'm in a fair bit of pain, and I'm not sure when my surgery is going to happen. So until it happens, I feel like I'm not going to be the most reliable person in the whole world. My goal was always to put out like 2-3 videos a week, and I just find I'm sleeping very long hours. I'm really tired. I'm trying not to take painkillers because I find they don't work much anyway. And yeah, I feel like, it's so hard to get up and put makeup on my face or do anything of the sort. So I thought, you know, maybe if I do these couch videos, it'll be easier on me. I don't know. Pajamas and couch videos, I don't know, something like that. Other than that, what else am I reading? Oh gosh, see, I'm already tired. I just had a coffee. I got The Weatherman. Haven't finished that one yet. I'm still waiting for more Come Into Me, which was that series from Black Mask, I believe it was, that I really, really liked, and I only got to read the first 2 issues. I don't even think the other ones are out. I can actually Google it right now, because the last time I checked, it was delayed. Yes, it's been delayed till February, so really want to read the rest of that one. That was a fantastic series. I was really happy with where that was going, and all the characters that were introduced didn't overwhelm us. Everyone seemed really multi-dimensional. So Come Into Me is one that you want to put on your list. It has been delayed. Again, I know that bothers people. When you work in the industry, you understand why delays happen. And, you know, unfortunately, they are necessary because the nature of this business, you know, you're working a lot of the time on your creator-owned content, which is like with Image or Black Mask or Aftershock, and then, you know, at the same time, you're trying to put out other content with the big two, and, you know, that usually contractually, of course, is going to come first. Now, apparently Marvel's been really terrible lately at at getting stuff out on time, but I think that's a whole other can of worms outside of the realm of creator-owned content anyway. What else am I reading? Let's see. I've been reading Robotech. Oh gosh, I yawned again. I'm so sorry. I've been reading Robotech. I read the like original edition, I think last spring when it came out, which was like the completest edition or something. I can't remember what they called it. It was with the IDW, I think. No, it came out with Titan. My bad. And I just like Robotech. I always have, you know. And it's on Netflix as well, which of course is trying to the anime came out before, or like the cartoon came out before the story, so the story is like an expansion of the animation. But anyway, I'm also still reading Seven to Eternity. I'm just really behind. Because what I do is I've been binging some of the stuff that I've gotten behind in lately. And I got something new recently. Oh, Oliver #1, which is an Image Comics series. And it looks pretty interesting. Let's see if I can just find a synopsis here and read it to you. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Because I haven't read it yet. I just got it, and I was going to read it today. Award-winning screenwriter Gary Whitta, Rogue One. That's the Rogue One, the Star Wars story. And also wrote Book of Eli, which I actually liked that movie. A lot of people didn't. I thought it was good. I mean, you know, there are some issues with it, of course. Like some of the characters, you know, just were like a little too stereotypical, I guess I could say, but it was good. It was good in the end. Anyways, they team up with Derek Robertson, who did Transmetropolitan and Happy and The Boys, and they're taking a new take on the literary classic. It's with a futuristic twist on Oliver Twist, Charles Dickens. Blah. So in this one, it's a famous orphan as a post-apocalyptic superhero fighting to liberate a war-ravaged England while searching for the truth about his own mysterious origins. So basically, I find this whole concept ridiculous. I wasn't even a very huge Dickens fan anyway, but because of the people who are involved, I had to read it because I was like, this could actually be good somehow. If they can make this ridiculous story good, you know, it'll be a great triumph. So I was just very curious to see if they're pulling it off or not. And considering who it is and, you know, proven track record of good stuff, like I was like, maybe it's going to be fantastic. I don't know. We'll find out. Other than that, I feel like that's the major things that I'm reading right now. Oh, and Blackbird from Image Comics also is another series that I've been enjoying, which I've written a review of and haven't got it published yet. So Jesus, I'm so horribly behind. Anyways, Christmas is over, thank God. so happy that I'm so happy the holidays are gone. I find them very stressful and they're not fun. So yes, very happy that's over. Yeah, I hope to actually get stuff out at least once a week. I mean, I feel like once a week should be the bare minimum. So I'll try very hard to do that. Even if I don't do the kind of artwork edited videos, I'll do more of this couch stuff and just focus on one book at a time. And of course, I like to do what I'm currently reading once a month, just so I can, you know, catch everybody up, so you do know what I'm up to. Anyway, thanks so much for checking me out. I do hope you will give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and come back and bear with me while I'm waiting for my surgery and very cranky and maybe less reliable than I should rightly be. But anyways, thanks again, guys, and until next time, you know, read something good. Bye.